it is time to recap my favorite albums of 2020. And I would say a top 10, but of course it's not. We're going to do Lucky 13. It's been a lucky year. Can't complain. Actually, I can't. The thing with 2020 is my heart really breaks for the people that are struggling with food, struggling to make rent. They've lost their jobs, you know, and I see a lot of those folks in my travels, you know, because I'm always, you know, in the hotels and that, and they're, you know, no one's around. But you know, I was with talking to a manager of a large retail chain. He goes, I can't get help. I can't get anybody to come and work. So they're struggling in that way too. You know, we have this large unemployment, yet the employers can't get anybody to work. Catch-22, and so and there's just the tragedy of all the deaths. That part I feel bad, and it bothers me, especially when you see these hungry, you know, the food lines. You know, my wife, you know, God bless her, you know, she's been on furlough and she's been working, helping, you know, feed people. God bless her. For me personally, 2020 is a good year. I cannot complain about it. I'm lucky, very, very lucky. I've kept my job. I'm out traveling, haven't got sick. My youngest son got married. My oldest son, though he lost a job, he found another one quickly. And though we had that flood and it wiped out hundreds of thousands of dollars of collectibles, no, not just records, but many other things, and a lot of memories, we're okay. And my house is standing. And you, the vinyl community, showered me with so many record albums. Seriously, how can I complain? I'm not allowed to. I can't. Because what you showed was so incredible. It made the greatest year ever. It really did. It shows what we can do. It shows the kindness of people. The kindness. People are still sending me. I'm still getting. Some of you are sending me albums, and wow. So I feel blessed. I feel lucky. I feel 2020 rewarded me. And yeah, I just think it's going to be, it's one of those years that for me personally, I think is one of the best years of my life. And you know what? I look younger in a mask, I think. Looks kind of cool. I think so. For the world, my heart breaks. For me, I'm one of the fortunate ones. So that's my thought on 2020 as a whole. Thanks to what all of you have done, you made my 2020 excellent. So let's look at some of these new albums. Some of these, well, you know what, I don't got it covered. Some, hey, they're pretty good. Oh, I don't got that album anymore. Well, damn it. So I'm not even going to worry about them. But we'll begin with, and you know, why 13? I don't know. I just went, nope, there's 13. I got a couple more I could put in, go 14, but I'm not that superstitious. So the first one, we have Jason Isbell's Reunion. Wonderful album. Jason Isbell, just, he knows how to make songs. He knows how to write a song. He knows how to make a story. I guess that's what I should say. Stories of the South. You know, and in the U.S., when you think of storytelling, the South is where so many great stories really do come from. There's so many interesting things down there, and some of our very best songwriters come from the South. And so this was a lovely album. Really have enjoyed this. Great stuff, number 13.
Put the money in the mattress, lock the doors at night, and it'll all be alright. What have I done to help? What have I done to help somebody save me?
Number 12, I just recently shown, is Ozark Tentacles. I just didn't know it came out, and I haven't heard of them for years. And so to get this, and to get that spacey rock that they do, that far out, getting into that groove, and then these searing guitar solos, it was exciting. This is just one of those, I go, whoa, baby, yeah, all right, great to have this back. Bring back the 90s, bring back that ecstasy stuff, whatever. Yeah, as usual, stuff I miss out on, but great album. Number 11. Now the really is this is Drive By Truckers, and this is The Unraveling. This is not as good as the one that they put out in 2019, American Flag, but still a very solid effort. Again, the songwriting is excellent. Another group from the South, knowing how to make stories, extremely political, but I loved it. They have a brand new one that came out, and I've been holding off on this, and it hasn't arrived yet. I pre-ordered it, and everyone in the world has it but me. And I wanted to hear that, see if it made my top 10. Well, screw it. It's not going to make it, okay? It's just not. UPS guy went by already. Post office guy went by already. It's not here, so forget it. But Unraveling, not as good as last year's, but still I liked it. That was number 11. Number 10, just showed this. Max Richter's Voices. Huge fan of Max Richter. Show you one of the new classicists out there, a minimalist. Here they took the Declaration of Human Rights done by the UN and they put it to music, and there is some very beautiful music. You know, as I mentioned on my video, that times all the talking and the reading of the Declaration of Human Rights gets to be a little much for me, but he's making a statement, and I do appreciate that. So wonderful album. Number 10. Number 9, a group I have, boy, when they first came out, their first album, I loved them, and I've kept loving them since. Khruangbin. Is it as good as their first album or second album? I don't think it is. I would have rated those two higher, but still, it's a great out. It's very nice. Here they do vocals, and I think that's just, you know, I'm not used to that. I'm just, they get into that pocket. Well, again, it's the groove, it's the drum and the bass going on, and then they just you know, the quiet kind of spacey guitar work. Still solid outing by them. Mordecai is the name of the album. Did enjoy it, still enjoy it. Number 9. Number 8, Gary Olsen. The thing about this album is when this was recommended by a viewer like you, and I didn't, you know, I bought it and I got it and I put it on and I'm going, oh, yeah, okay. It just didn't jump at me. And I played it again, oh, okay, and again, and, and then pretty soon, damn, I like this album, and I just began playing it more and more, and you know, it's just this quiet trumpet playing that Gary Olsen does. It sounds great, and it just fits, and really beautiful sound. And so now this has become just an album I really enjoy putting on. It's more of a laid-back feel to it. Great vocals, kind of quiet, great stuff.
And wherever she goes, even Navy boats won't really snow.
What was that? 8, I think? Yeah, we'll find out, right? We'll see number 7 then. Bob Mould. He kind of snuck this one in on me. I didn't even see this was coming out. Just another fun album from Bob Mould coming out there. Black vinyl. Just doing what Bob Mould does. Isn't that a great picture? Playing searing hot guitar, rocking like crazy. I'll always enjoy anything Bob Mould puts out, and even though he is older than me, he is still just tearing it up with that guitar. Great stuff. That was 7, I think. Number 6, I lost this in the flood. Emma from 8 Vinyl Low sent this to me to give me back a copy, and it is the third Mind. Searing guitar, blows you away. Some of the vocals aren't necessarily my favorite, but the guitar work is crazy good. And as you can see by this cover, you know, the music's like this, man. It's just it's there. It's kind of gets a little psychedelic. It's hard rock and things charging. If you haven't listened to it, I really would recommend give this thing a shot. It's super good. So I really appreciate Emma for bringing this back into my collection. Make sure, is that number 5? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm counting. Okay, yeah, I kind of forget. We have here Ringo Deathstarr. Sam from the Vinyl Douche. He used to have a channel. I haven't heard from him. Really do miss him because he always did a great job at introducing me to the newest music, and our musical tastes were very similar. But he sent me this, and Ringo Deathstarr. Great, you know, when you think of kind of, you know, back toward like Jesus, Mary Chain, My Bloody Valentine, that kind of music, you know, stuff from the 90s, kind of, yeah, the guitar work is very fuzzed out, just absolute wonderful music. This is a group I truly love. I did not know about them until Sam began to talk about them, and I bought a couple of their albums, and I'll keep buying their material. Really good. Ringo Deathstarr. And the name of that, you know, once in a while I forget the name of the album is just self-titled Ringo Deathstarr. Well, isn't that just super simple? Okay. Number 4. Another one of these that kind of got wiped out. This is the Dream Syndicate. And I was a 2-album set. And they, first album, no, they had something on Record Store Day. They've kind of been going back again. These guys have been around since the 80s. And again, when you just think of kind of dream pop, when you think of the shoegaze, and you know, Ringo Deathstarr is a great example of shoegaze. These guys were just part of that whole shoegaze movement. This was a great outing. What makes this Dream Syndicate more interesting, and it was called The Universe Inside, is it's jazzy. It just, you know, it kind of get into this almost like a jazz type of a feel on some of the music, and it was something really different by them, rather exciting to hear. So just a neat album. I really enjoyed that one. Number 3, this is a newer one. The Mavericks in Isbell. Man, wow. It's all done in Spanish. You don't have to understand Spanish to enjoy this. Raul Manuel, his voice is perfect for it. He has just that register that fits this music like a glove. And they just take out, I mean, it is totally in Spanish, and it has this groove. But the Mavericks have those roots. Raul Manuel's a first generation from Cuba. And so the roots are based, they're out, I believe, Texas, I think. But they've done a lot of music with a Tex-Mex feel. And that's what you have on this thing. It was so much fun to listen to. Just absolutely outstanding, beautiful stuff. I could not be happier with this album. It just hit everything that I wanted out of a record this year. So the Mavericks in Espanol, well worth it. Compra Oral with Murat Ertel and Isma Ertel. Ellis Picard, he sent this to me. It was recorded in Belgium. These guys are from, I believe, Denmark or from Netherlands. This blew me away. Again, wonderful guitar work happening on here. Kind of a world beat type, but yet electronica. It was such a refreshing change within the, onto what you listen to. There's a jazz type feel to it. I am a huge fan of this thing. Well, obviously it was my second favorite album. I mean, I played it over and over, and I just love how they put together the music. It's more instrumental. There is a little vocal thing going on, but basically this is an instrumental music. By a husband and wife. Incredible stuff. And that's Tompo Oral. It's, good stuff. Album number 1. I've listened to this more than any other album. It is embedded in my brain. Some of the tunes on this. Ulf Lorenz and Magic Realism out of Denmark. It's wonderful. Again, he was from Baby Woodrose, the lead singer. There's this slide guitar work that goes on this song. That goes in here. It's just haunting. It's incredible. His vocals. This is not a hard rock, and this is medium rock, but there's this groove going on underneath it with the drum and the bass that keeps propelling the music forward. And he's there's some really wonderful guitar sounds, but there's no shredding or anything like that. And by God, this slide guitar, holy steel guitar, that's going on in there, incredible. By far my most played album this year. I ordered it through Bandcamp, and I still, there are songs on here that are ingrained in my brain, and I can't get them out. And I'm just walking around, and they just start playing. Wonderful stuff. So Ulf Lorenzen, Ulf Lorenzen. my favorite pick of the year.
Jeg gik ud fra Håndbladsgade og ind mod Christianshavn. Fik en øl på håbet og en mere fra mit savn. Slingede ind mod Frelserkirken.
Top 13 albums. Thanks for watching. If it's Christmas Eve, so for those watching now, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy with your family. I got a couple of days off, and I've been grounded for next week, told to just stay at home and work from home. So I'm going to be listening to a lot of music and have some other things planned that we're going to do. So I'm kind of excited about that, just to have a little time at home and to get to read some books. So thank you, everyone. I had a great year. Enjoyed it. You made this year for me. You made this year one of my best years ever. With all the stuff going on, I'm celebrating for what everyone did for me. So thank you very much. Enjoy. Merry Christmas. Bye.